My name is Adrian.
My name is Rashaan.
My name is Joseph.
And my name is Max.
And we created this documentary to learn more about the light rail that is being built in St. Paul. We interviewed a variety of people in the community to learn more about their opinions on the coming light rail. Let's check it out. Enjoy the show.
My name is Jason Tansman. I'm the Development and Outreach Director at Cycles for Change.
My name's Andy Driscoll, and I was the first community organizer for the District Council's Collaborative of St. Paul, Minneapolis.
My name is Barb Thoman, and I'm the Director of Transit for Livable Communities.
My name is Erica Straight, and I am a chef.
Well, my name is Doug Gardner, and I'm the owner of the hobby shop here, Scale Model Supplies.
We think a lot about sustainable transportation, healthy transportation. How do people move around? How do people get around, especially when they don't have the funds or the ability to own their own car? So we think that there are a lot of great ways to move around in this city. People can walk, people can ride a bicycle, people can take the bus, people can take the light rail train.
In this day and age, you had to come up with something to stop the proliferation of traffic and to give people who are transit dependent a better way of moving back and forth between the two downtowns of Minneapolis and St. Paul.
I think you rewind 60 years ago, and you look at the construction of Interstate 94 and the impact it had on the historic Rondo community.
Well, the negative was the fear, particularly in the black community, that this would be another I-94 destruction of the Rondo neighborhood that occurred in the mid-60s.
I think when you look at the development of the Central Corridor light rail train line, I think there are some significant injustices that are very clearly seen and have been acknowledged nationally. I think the initial development of the train had it stopping every half mile in the western section, west of Snelling, had stopping very regularly every half mile, every quarter mile in downtown St. Paul, and then stopping every mile between Western Avenue and Snelling.
Another concern about all this was what was going to happen to the property values, not just along University Avenue where small businesses could be either priced out of their places, but that residences along the corridor, half a mile either side of the corridor, would be thrown essentially into bankruptcy because their property taxes would rise higher than they could afford to pay.
There's already a couple businesses just in our neighborhood have had to go under as a result of the lost business and lost revenue coming about from construction.
If I have any doubts about the complete success of this project, it was that I thought, really, frankly, we were going to retain more parking along the avenue for small businesses, especially restaurants and other small retailers.
Again, even though it has the potential to benefit people who don't own cars, people who don't have access to affordable, reliable transportation, I think there's a lot of suspicion against new investments happening without real community input.
I think it's a waste of taxpayers' money. We've seen a decrease in business. I would say approximately 10% in sales. I'm not as affected as much as others because I'm a half a block away from University Avenue and we have our own parking, whereas other businesses that are in this building are suffering more so because they don't have any parking. I believe that with the light rail being here, will not create any more business for me because this was a bus line and will continue to be a bus line also. So any customers that were coming by bus, or in this case light rail too, would already have taken the buses. I have not experienced anything like this except the light rail in combination with the economic downturn that's going on right now it's kind of like a double hit in a sense. I've seen my sales go down due to the economics that are going on, and then the light rail coming up, making the congestion for customers to be able to get to our location.
I chose to move into this location because when the light rail is finished, it will be a boost to our business, and also I really enjoy the neighborhood, the community, and this location to me really was a good spot. There's a lot of artists in the area. I have a lot of great neighbors, so yeah. When I was looking at this space, the light rail is completed up to here. You know, like there isn't a lot of the construction, the heavy construction that's further down, you know, the street. And to me, I felt like it's not difficult to get here. It's just right off of 280. The positive thing is that when the light rail is finished, even more traffic will be coming into this area. So that to me seemed like a plus. I think that it, in the long run, is going to benefit.
A bunch of community leaders and organizers came together for what they call the Stops for Us Coalition, which was all about, they identified 3 missing stops. There's 3 places where there should be stops. It was Western, it was Victoria, and it was Hamlin Avenues.
The community really came together to talk about solutions for this entire project.
And built a really powerful movement that says, we're willing to support this transit line, but it needs to benefit these communities. We need to change our actions. We need to walk more, we need to ride bicycles more, we need to get out of our cars, we need to do things that get us active. I think public transportation helps us do that. I think it's one piece. I think public transportation investments need to be done in a way that benefit all riders and all communities and cannot be done on the backs of poor people and people of color.
We got started, the organization began back in 1996 when a group of volunteers got together and said, how come they're building light rail in all these cities around the country and we're not building it here? When we began, people said it was too early, it was too late, it was too cold here, people wouldn't ride it. People here do want expanded public transit. The trains will be very frequent. During the rush hour, they'll be every 10 minutes. Because the trains don't get caught in traffic like cars and buses on the street, you'll be pretty much guaranteed that if you take the train, you'll be on time. Because trains have low floor boarding, if you're somebody with a baby stroller, groceries, someone who is in a wheelchair, it's much easier to get on the light rail than it is to board a regular bus.
I think the Central Corridor Light Rail train has the potential to significantly benefit this community and in the entire city of St. Paul and the metropolitan area. Light rail and investments in public transportation really helps us build a community that will thrive in the 21st century. Gas prices are going up, fewer people can afford cars. We're warming our planet with our fossil fuel consumption, so we know that we need to change our habits to be more sustainable. You look at rates of type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease, especially in low-income communities and communities of color. Our culture of driving, our sedentary lifestyles are killing us.
And in addition to that, we have air quality problems, we have very significant concerns about climate change, and the more people that we get walking, biking, and using public transit, the better off the region will be, the better for our health, for the air we breathe, runoff that goes into our lakes and rivers, all of those environmental benefits that sometimes we don't associate with public transit, but that are very real.
Thanks for watching our documentary. We learned that the light rail will help a lot of people when it's done, but also there's a lot of controversy that comes with it. In the end, we think it will play an important part in the community.